CEO, wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder. I can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you, get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Constance Carter. What's happening? It's my second day going live. I said I was going to go live 5 days a week and just to share information with you. So come on in. As you come in, I want you to put in the comments where you're watching from, because I know we have people that watch from all over the world. So make sure you put in the comments box where you're watching from. I know it's early in some places, a little bit later in other places. What's up, Dennis Spraggins? Dennis Spraggins, where are you always watching? And I appreciate you always coming on. Where are you watching from? And I'm on like 8 different platforms, everyone. So if you don't see anybody in your room, it's a few more rooms that we're going out from. But listen, I'm not going to be before you long. I don't want to be coming on here every day because this drains me. Y'all, I am really an introvert, really. So thank you, Jacqueline from Florida. This really takes a lot out of me to talk to people and come on here. Even though I love doing it, I love pouring into you and sharing information I have. It does take a lot out of me. So as you come in, make sure you subscribe to Fly Nubian Queen. Make sure you subscribe to I Am Constance Carter everywhere. You see I Am Constance Carter right here? Make sure you subscribe and you follow I Am Constance Carter, okay? Please follow me. Also, if you want to get alerted every time we come live, text the words Queens to 87948, QUEENS 87948. All right, so I'm going to be real quick. So I want to talk to you about multiple revenue streams. It's important that we have multiple revenue streams. What was that Bible verse? That was Ecclesiastes 11:2 that says you should have 7, no 8 revenue streams in case a disaster strikes. What happened in 2020, y'all? That a disaster struck the land, right? And those of us who did not have multiple revenue streams ended up being in a terrible situation. What's up, Dennis in Minnesota, and Anthony? I didn't know you were in Minnesota, and Anthony over in North Carolina. Thank you all for watching. What happened in 2020 if you didn't have the multiple revenue streams and your job did not support you not coming to work? A lot of people lost their homes. They lost everything because they were not prepared. They didn't have revenue streams. And so it's really important. I'm so grateful that I have investments. And let me just tell you a little bit about some investments that I've made. And the reason why I'm sharing them with you is because if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm just a chick from San Jose who is just a regular around the way chick. However, I've made some really great investments. I built the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. So I had a company that I was making money from my employees. I also sold real estate, so I made money that way. I also have a mortgage company, so I made money that way. I also had loan officers, so I made money that way. Okay. I have books. I make money that way. I have digital products. I make money that way. I do coaching and training and mentoring. I make money that way. I have t-shirts. I make money that way. So there are so many ways that you all can do the exact same thing. And I just want to let you know that it's possible. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how it's possible and how you can do it. Okay. So here's the thing about having revenue streams. Let me just tell you, because a lot of times people they'll want to just do a whole bunch of stuff at once. You need to become a subject matter expert at one thing first. You need to figure out what that one thing that you're really great at. Okay, so 80% of people are not working in their jobs, the jobs that they like. 80% of people are not working in jobs that they actually went to school for. A lot of you are just existing and you're content with your jobs, and that's okay. If that's where you are and that's where you want to be, that's totally fine. But in this season, if you want to start aligning with your purpose, it's time. It's time to step out on faith. It's time to do something different. It's time to do what it is that you want to do, because life is too short. They say that the graveyard is the place that is the richest place in the world, because it has the most ideas and the most dreams that were deferred or dead at this point, because the dreams didn't come to fruition. And you never want to be at the end of your life thinking, man, I wish I would have, could have, should have done something. We have so many hours in the day that we can actually be doing other things. If you've ever read the book Outliers, is one of my favorite books by Malcolm Gladwell. He talks about perfection. How do you become perfection? How do you become perfect? Is by doing something for what 10,000 hours, 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin said you got to be profitable at one before you can be profitable at two, before you can move on to the second one. That's right. So 10,000 hours. The average time that we are online weekly, the average person is about 13 hours per week. Yeah, 13 to 20 hours per week that we're online scrolling, just for entertainment purposes. We're not learning anything. We're not doing anything. We're just getting entertained. 13 to 20 hours per week. When you add that up, how many hours does that come out to in the next 12 to 24 months that you could have been learning a craft? Social media is the biggest productivity killer that we have. Now, I'm glad that you're on social media right now, listening to me right now, because hopefully you're learning something that you could take away that you can apply to your life. But that time that you use scrolling every day could be used to do something that is aligned with your purpose. How do you know what your purpose is? Well, most people don't even know what their purpose is. But you can figure that out, and there's things that you could do, there's techniques that you could do to figure out your purpose. My passion was always just to help people. I know what my purpose is today. My purpose is helping people to generate wealth. I want to educate you in how you can generate. I want to close the wealth gap. There was an article in Forbes that said in the year 2053 Black median wealth was going to be a zero. I don't believe that, because I know that we are a resilient people, because there were things consciously done to us that wasn't done to anyone else, any other race of people, but we still were able to overcome and be resilient. I believe that even though the barriers have been put in our place, they done fucked around and gave us internet. So now that since they've given us the internet, we have access to all the information that they can't keep from us. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to align with our passions, to walk in our passions and live in our passions and do our passions and our purpose, right? There's no reason why, because there's information out there. Number two, thank you, Kevin. He said, "You preach it. Thank you." But the information is out there. So, God, I just forgot my train of thought. So as far as living in your and walking in your purpose, you can do that. You can align yourself with your purpose. We got to start being intentional about our time. Okay, we have to first of all believe that we are. That we deserve to have whatever it is that we want to have. We got to have the belief to be able to do it. A lot of times we don't have the belief that we are worthy to be able to do the things that we are designed to do. I remember just in real estate, just talking to people when I first got into real estate, people were like, I didn't never think I deserved. People say they didn't deserve to own a house. I've heard people say, I don't deserve to own a house. How do you not deserve to own a house? That's like basic. You deserve it. But there are people out there that believe that they don't deserve it, that they deserve to live in poverty. I know people in my family that just said that they deserve, that they're supposed to live in poverty. You're not supposed to live in poverty. We have a scarcity mindset. And the reason why we don't have more is because we don't believe that we deserve more. But guess what? If you are a child of God and God owns everything, then that means you have access to everything. So I want you to get away from that lack and that scarcity thinking and start thinking about abundance. And that's in every aspect of your life. That's in relationships. We were talking about that abundant mindset yesterday. They were saying how women go into dating with a scarcity mindset and men go into dating with an abundant mindset. That's a whole different topic. But we got to start living like those men who think that, hey, there's a lot of women out there. There's a lot of opportunity out there. We live in the greatest country on earth with the most opportunities on earth. So you have this right here, which we have more technology in the palm of our hand than they had when they put the man on the moon. You have it right here. I have a TED talk that said GTS, that was called Google that shit. You can Google everything. You have access at your fingertips. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing it. But get really clear on that first thing. One thing that you're supposed to be doing, get really clear on that first. That's the first thing that you need to be doing. So whatever it is that you're doing in your 9 to 5, if you're working your 9 to 5 and you love your 9 to 5, hey, that's great. Continue doing it. But how do you step into doing some other things? How do we align those other things as well? Okay, so for me, I'm going to give you an example of me. Okay, so real estate was my first passion. I said, okay, I want to start being able to help people on a large scale. So I incorporated the lending piece. So now I have a mortgage company. I really, I'm passionate about helping people with their credit. So let me learn about credit Then I start helping people about credit. Then I start charging people. And then I wrote a book about credit. Now I make money there. Okay. Well, you know what? I really want to invest in more real estate. So I start flipping properties. So that was another revenue stream. And then I said, you know what? I was at a conference one day. I was talking to a gentleman. We were talking about marijuana, and he had mentioned how, he really wanted to get in the game because so many Black men were incarcerated. Now they were making a bunch of money. I said, you know what? I want to have a seat at the table too. So I used my flipping money and then some money that I saved in a vehicle that generated compounded interest. And then I used that in order to buy a dispensary. So now that's another revenue stream. I've written books. I teach, coach, train, and all those things. But those all came out of that one thing, which was real estate. So I want you to think about what it is that you do and what it is that you do well, because you can actually, people will pay you handsomely for the things that come natural to you. Believe it or not, there are things that you do that come easy to you that don't come easy to everybody else. My good friend Lisa Nichols, I remember we were in a class one day. She was teaching a global leadership class, and I was in her global leadership program. And she was teaching speaking. Now, Lisa Nichols is one of the coldest, baddest speakers in the world. She could speak. And I said, you need to be teaching this. And she said, this? And I said, yes, this. She said, people will pay for this? And I said, absolutely, people will pay. Are you kidding me, girl? You're one of the best speakers in the world. She goes, well, how much will people pay for it? And I gave a number, and everybody in class was mad at me because I was like, you deserve this, right? And they were like, no, we want it cheaper. So then she came out with her speakers mastermind training, which taught people how to speak. And I was one of the first people that was in her speakers mastermind training. And that's the reason she helped me to hone my speaking skills. But that was a thing that she was able to monetize. But she didn't think that anybody would pay her for it because it came so easy, it came so natural to her. What is that thing that you have that comes easy and natural to you that you can monetize that will possibly help you to build out another revenue stream? There are things that you could do passively that can give you another revenue stream. Think about that. Another revenue stream I have is so I created a bank. Now, a lot of people don't understand the idea of creating a bank. You could actually create your own bank. So one of the things that I've done is I've put my money, I took my money out of a traditional bank because you're only getting 0.23% interest. And I put it in a vehicle that generates compounded interest. So I put a few $100,000 in a vehicle that generates compounded interest, and that's making money for me. And so when I want to pull out that vehicle, it's still generating compounded interest based upon the original amount that I put in there. And I'm using this money and I'm using to invest in other things. You can actually do that too. Generate compound interest. Einstein said compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who don't know about it, pay it. You're paying compound interest in your credit cards. Yeah, you are. So look at your credit card statement. When you pay that minimum on your credit card, it'll take you, 10 times longer. So say you have $1,000 credit card, you pay $25 on it. It's going to take you 5 years to pay that off. And you're going to pay $1,300 additional or $2,600 additional in interest. But if you pay a little bit more, because you're chopping down that compounded interest, you're going to pay it off a lot sooner. You're going to pay a lot less, 90% less in interest. But when you're able to use that to your benefit, like the Rockefellers. So I was talking to Boyce last night, Dr. Boyce last night. We were on a mastermind or a call where we were just talking about living trust. I was sharing with his audience about living trust. And one of the things he was talking about is how you have the Vanderbilts and you have the Rockefellers. The Vanderbilts and the Rockefellers, they were just as wealthy. They were the wealthiest, two wealthiest families. Now, if you look at the Vanderbilts today, they're broke. The Rockefellers they have dynasty legacies. They have money on money on money. You know how they did that? That insurance policy that I told you about that I have that generates compound interest. That's what the Rockefellers did. That's what Ray Kroc from McDonald's did. So there's ways that you can do that without having to. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. You can just put money to the side and it's generating compound interest. But the thing is, you want your money to make money for you. That's extremely important. Other investments is, of course, investing in real estate is a great way to generate revenue, having that as a revenue stream. 80% of wealth in this country is generated through real estate. 90% is passed intergenerationally. So how can you really build wealth? Well, real estate is the fastest way you could do that. But guess what? Stock is too. Are you investing in stock? Do you have Robinhood on your phone, or Webull or Ameritrade or E-Trade? That's one of the easiest ways that you could start purchasing stock today. When my son was 12 years old, he took my $1,000, well, took his, because he bought Boyce Watkins' action stock trading program. And I bought it. I gave it to him, and I said, if you, you know what? I actually got a video here. Let me just show you. I think it's in here. Duders. Let me see. Is it in here? Oh yeah, let me show you. But when my son was 12, I bought him the Dr. Boyce Watkins stock trading program.
I learned about investments, money. We learned about stocks and stuff.
I bought it for all my kids. I told all of them, whoever finishes, what's getting ready to happen.
I'm about to get $1,000 to use to invest in stuff.
He took the $1,000. He made $8,000. Took him about 2 years. And then in 2020, he took my $7,000 stock portfolio and he made $40,000 in 3 months. So then he had a group where he was teaching stock. He was giving stock tips. It's called Stock Tips with Warren. And so we had like 200 people in the group that were paying him. So he was getting paid in stock and he was getting paid to teach.
Where when you're investing, you're basically buying a part of a company, and you can buy shares in that company. Mm-hmm. And so the more shares you buy, the more money you can get.
Now, isn't that amazing? This boy was 12 years old. He took $1,000 and he turned it to $8,000. It took him about 2 years to do it. But he figured something out. He learned it very well. So he made money doing that, but he also made money teaching. So think about the thing that you do that you could do very well, that you know very well, that you could actually teach and monetize and create maybe a training or a course for. I have those inside the Grow Your Money Club. In fact, inside the Grow Your Money Club, if you go to growyourmoney.club, you can actually find where, let me see. You could actually find where I have all of these trainings that actually teach you how to do all the things that I'm telling you to do right now. So not only is that where is it? Oh, I don't have it on here. I'm going to put it in here. Not only is it am I helping you, right? I've created a community of people, of like-minded people who are interested in growing their wealth, but I also make money from doing that. You can do, just because you can do it too. I have a training with Dr. Boyce that we teach real estate investing. It's called the B1 Real Estate Mastery Training Program. We have 60 people in there right now, and we're helping people become real estate investors. So not only do I get paid with having the training, but we're also together as a collective investing in real estate where we're going to make money. These are same things that you can do. Grow Your Money Club is only $97 a month or something like that. But go to Grow Your Money, growyourmoney.club, and you can sign up. And there's 30 trainings inside there. And then I drop in one training every month. And I have all types of training on how to write books, everything I do, how to invest in real estate. I have real estate for rookies. I have how to set up your entity, because that's also important as well. Okay. So thank you for asking that, Kevin. Thank you. So real estate investing, stock investing, you can do that. You can create a course based upon your intellectual property, because you are a genius. You have something that you do very well. And I also show you how to do that. I show you how to create a course based upon your genius, monetizing your genius. You could also do affiliate marketing, where you connect with a marketer and you promote their brand, and you get a percentage every time you promote their brand. If you have work, you can license your work. You can be a content creator. I actually make money. That's another revenue stream. I make money on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I monetize. My site's monetized. All you gotta do is just put content out and see, if people like it and people share it and people comment. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube will pay you for it. Yo, this stuff is not rocket science, because I am not the smartest tool in the shed. I just happen to listen to people. I have a great friend, Vaughn Vito. I didn't even know how to monetize my page a couple of years ago. I had a lot of activity, didn't know how to monetize it. He was monetizing his page for years, and he just got on my thing, bloop, 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 and he monetized it. And all you had to do was click here, click there, click there. They have challenges. You do the challenge, and now you're monetizing your page just by putting content out there. So that's another revenue stream that you actually could do. So listen, do not be, don't overthink this stuff. It's not hard. Think about what you do. Very simple things that come to you very easily. Think about your purpose. Are you really aligned with your purpose? I had to think about when I moved to the East Coast, like what was my next, I could do anything in the world. Thankfully, I was in a position where I could do anything in the world. And if I could do anything in the world, what is it that I really want to do? And that was help Black women. That was the first purpose. That was my first set of purpose work, was help Black women to be able to build wealth. And that's why I created the Net 7 Collective, which is an absolutely amazing program. And if you're on my page, you probably see about the Net 7 Collective. We just started our 4th cohort, and it's y'all, it's amazing. I'm not recruiting for it right now, but just check it out. Our next cohort will probably be starting in the beginning of the year. So if you know a woman, a Black woman who wants to change her life and increase her net worth by $1 million, have her sign up for the Net 7 Collective. So I thought about what is it that I really want to do. And it was really, my purpose was helping people. Okay. So that's why I came out with Net 7 Collective. That's why I came out with the Grow Your Money Club. And think about your goals, because they evolve over time, right? And so my goals have just evolved based upon, experiences and things that God has placed in my heart. Listen to what God has put in your heart for your next step, your next level, your next. And when I thought about that, I thought about helping people with their next. So that's one of the things that I want to do now, is help people with their next. A lot of people have come to me and said, Constance, I'm looking at retirement, but I don't know what I want to do next. I'm looking at my early retirement. I have no idea. I know I have a business idea in mind, but I don't know how to set it up. I don't know what my next is. They think, well, you know what? I want to do a side hustle, but I don't know how to kind of craft that, or I want to figure out what my next is. So I decided to do a workshop, a weekend of wealth experience, to help people to be able to identify what their next is. And so let me just share with you this. Hey, beautiful people. I wanted to talk to you today about something that's really been on my heart a lot lately. Something that I believe that's going to be life-changing for you. So many people have come to me recently trying to figure out what their next is. So many of us, we find ourselves in a place of uncertainty where we're searching for what's next, or whether it's in our careers or in investments or even our personal lives. A lot of us feel stuck. It's like we're drifting. I've been there. That's the reason why I'm hosting the Weekend of Wealth Experience. It's a small, intimate 2-day retreat, intensive, where we're going to come together to find clarity and define your next. During this weekend, you're going to be surrounded by a powerful team of experts and like-minded individuals, all committed to helping you unlock your potential and take actionable steps towards your goal. This is not just another event, you guys. It's an opportunity for you to invest in yourself, to take that next step, and to discover the greatness that's already inside you. I'd love for you to join me. Space is extremely limited. This is going to be a very small and intimate gathering. So if your heart is telling you that this is what you need to do not wait. Click that link to learn more and secure your spot. So that's what I'm doing next, is I'm helping you. And this is for men, women, boys, girls, white, Black, and everybody in between. I really want to help you to be able to discover your next, because I was able to discover my next. So now it is my duty. It is my duty to help you to be able to discover your next. So before we go into 2025, you need to identify what that looks like for you. And then you're going to walk away with actionable steps, because 2025 needs to be a totally different year than 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. I want 25 to be your best year, the start of your best years ever to come. So I am going to help you. I'm going to work directly with you, you and me. Now, let me tell you something. This is because this is the first time I'm doing this. I priced it really low. I did retreats back in 2019, before 2020 happened, 2018 to 2019. And my retreats are typically $5,000 for you to come and spend the weekend with me. And people pay it. This is a $300 retreat workshop where you're going to get intensive training and coaching from your girl. And I typically charge $1,000 an hour for coaching. So you are going to get to be able to spend time with me and get crystal clear on what your next is. That's what we're going to do in November 9th and 10th in DC. So if you are interested, go to weekendofwealth.eventbrite.com and register for, I actually got some 2-for-1 deals right now, and we have early bird pricing. So if you're interested in working with me, you're interested in learning what your next is, go to weekendofwealth.eventbrite.com. I appreciate you guys listening to me today. I didn't want to be on here before you very long. Kevin, you said, I'm very humble. If these people knew your whole story, you're uber intelligent, but most of all, you are resilient. I appreciate it. Y'all gonna know my story one day. That's the true story. But thank you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you always just tuning in and, paying attention. Please make sure that you share this information with your people, because even if it's not for you, somebody else may be able to use this information, because the information I gave is invaluable, that somebody can use, and hopefully it can be transformational for your life. That's my purpose in life. When you walk in your purpose and you know your purpose and you're living your purpose, it just makes life so much better. And so thank you guys for listening to me. I will see you on Mondays. Y'all, I'm trying to do this every day of the week. So y'all work with me. If I fall short, please DM me, because I'm trying to get in the habit to just share every day some kind of nugget. And it may be a 10-minute video. It may be an hour-long video. I don't know, depending on how the spirit hit me. But I plan on being on here every day just to kind of chime in and drop some nuggets to my friends and my family. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate you.